So being a slightly different premium tank I got in today's box. By the way, hello guys, how's it going? Screezilla here. I've decided to do a little review on this vehicle. Now this is the M4 Calliope. Now it's basically a Sherman with a ton of rockets on the top. Now in this vehicle you actually get a premium vehicle, of course. You get a M4 Sherman. And it's the standard, I think it's the M4, just standard M4, of course, with the lovely little sticky out part for the driver and the machine gunner there, and a lovely little extra welded on plate because they realised, oh, we've made a weak spot. And on top of that, of course, you have many rockets, and they're the M8 rockets, I think. Yes, M8 rockets. So, relatively decent performance rockets, but they're not great. Now, you've got around about 30mm of penetration, of course, and they've got a ton of TNT in them, and explosive filler. So they will do damage to vehicles. You'll be able to take out things like Panthers with these, even Tigers and stuff like that. But they're hard to aim. Now, you do get a lot of rockets in here. You get 60 rockets on the vehicle, so it is not terrible for the amount of rockets. However, it makes you a big target because, well, you've got a giant rocket rack on the top of your head. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to take this vehicle out, give it a run, and we'll see how it does in the battlefield. And we are back on a rainy fields of Normandy. So, we'll see how we go here. Now, we've got the Russians on our side, fighting the Germans and the Japanese, and we've got some twat firing their machine guns at us, because the people have to, of course. Thank you very much, Coat Mechanic. Well done, you can shoot your machine guns at somebody. It really bothers me, that one, I don't know why. It's a friendly little machine gun poke sometimes, but when you do it constantly, it's just frustrating, especially at the start of a game, because it's all you can hear. As you can hear, it's very loud as well, a machine gun. So what we can do is we can try and get to a position where we can fire off our rockets. Now what I'm going to try and do is get behind some cover, so I can actually get these rockets off at somebody and not get shot at. So we're going to go inside this ditch here, and we will position ourselves around about here. Now the tank in the long distance there. Oh wait, that's well over. I have to lower the rockets a little bit. Okay. Right. Up, 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 up. Go up, you stupid things. Now raising a little bit. We're going to raise too much now. As you can see, the rockets are very, very annoying to use. Now, being in a position like this, it makes it a bit tricky to actually spot things, of course. Okay, some kind of BT-7 over there. Possibly. Guy over there. Oh, we don't want to shoot a rocket into our face. Well, that went well. This is why I hate this machine. It's just a pain in the ass to use. I think you got the rockets set, but then they just shoot into an embankment. Okay, that looks like a decent range there. That wasn't even close to the embankment, you stupid game. And of course you have to worry about the bottom rack and the top rack. So, oh gosh. Okay, right. Let's see if we can get something actually with these rockets. Again, it's very hard to aim because you don't know which set of rockets are going to fire off. And trying to get them aimed is just impossible. I imagine somebody's going to walk up beside me any moment now and just kill me. Okay. Can't see anything at the moment. Everything is looking okay.
The enemy controls most of the strategic zones.
Now I can't really push on C because everybody's dying that does that, so it's not a wise move. Now, there's nothing to the left or right of us, by the looks of it. But I do know there's a couple of tanks in front of us, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
And of course you can see that the gun just goes down all by itself sometimes. Now I still can't see anything at the moment. Of course this rain does make it a bit tricky to shoot at long range because things are a little bit harder to see. Artillery's back. We'll just quietly sit here. Nobody will know us. There's a KV-1 going in now, so we should be able to see the muzzle flash of the enemy. Okay. Okay.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
That's the last of our bottom row done. So now we've got the top row to go. There we go, that's what we wanted to do. They're way too high. Way too low, and as you can see, the problem is with those rockets, if you get hit in them, you're going to die. Round one. We did manage to hit something, but we didn't manage to kill it. This isn't helping with the Calapi's case. Now let's talk a little bit about price, because the price of this thing is ridiculous. You're looking at around about $48 to $45 for this, US dollars. It costs 50 golden, well, not 50, it costs about it costs 940 something, 500 lions. It costs a lot of lions, basically. This is more expensive than a, well, it's pretty much more expensive than a, whatever it's called, Abrams. You could buy the premium Abrams for the same cost as this tank. Yeah. And this is where you see the problem with this vehicle, is you can buy much better tanks for the expense of this thing. It's just ridiculously expensive. And as you can see, the rockets are ridiculously inaccurate as well. It's very hard to get a kill on something with this tank. Pretty much this thing is useless. If I'd used my gun there, I would have probably killed somebody. But no, trying to use the rockets in this respect. Now, is this tank worth the money? No. No, God, no. Is this tank fun? It can be. But is this tank worth your money? No, not at all. don't even try and buy this thing. It is not worth. It is not worth sort of 900 golden eagles. Let's return to the shop quickly and we'll just show you what we can buy for that much money. So for that money, you could buy the XM1. You could buy the T54E1. You could buy the Magash. And these are actually better to buy than the Callipy here. Because buying the Callipy for Golden Eagles, you're going to spend almost $50 US on them. Whereas buying the XM1, you're going to spend about $50 US buying it. However, you're going to get 2,000 Golden Eagles for purchasing it. The same with the Magash, you'll actually get some Golden Eagles for purchasing it because they are a package order thingy. For that price, you could buy any Journeyman Premium and you'd be better off. You could buy the Leopard A1A1, you could buy the MKPZ M47. Again, same rules apply for these, for the Tiger 2H and things like that. You'll get Golden Eagles and actually premium time for buying these vehicles. For the Russians, you could buy any Russian premium. Again, there's nothing stupidly expensive like the Callipy. And you'll have money left over. Again, you could buy the T55 AM1 or the Object 120 and have money left over. And, you know, you would be fine for it. It's ridiculous. British Tech Tree, again, any British premium without too much issue. And again, you could buy the Centurion Mark 5 VRE or the STVR 81. And again, have money left over. For Japan, you could buy the Type 75 and still have money left over. Again, this is a silly vehicle, but the Type 75 is 7.0 with 30 75 130mm rockets. And it's still cheaper than the Callipy. For the Italians, of course, you could buy anything Italian. And for the French, you could buy anything French as well. It really is a ridiculous price. Now, the Russians, they actually get some rocket vehicles, and they're actually, you know, relatively cheap as well. The Russian 82mm M8 rocket, you know, on the BMA 24 is not bad. It's not very good, but it's not bad. And of course, the Katyusha was a event vehicle, but they're still so much cheaper than the Callipy. And the thing that really is just terribly annoying is the M26 T99, which is the rocket variant, is cheaper than the Callipy. As you can see, the Callipy is 9,740 eagles. It is just ridiculous, and it just makes no sense. This vehicle is so overpriced, so useless to use. There is no justification for it. If you win it, that's awesome, because as I said, this is a fun vehicle. Even on sale, if this thing's 50% off, it's not worth the Golden Eagles. 50% off, you're looking at about 4,000 Golden Eagles. And it's not worth it, because you could buy the T20, you could buy the Cobra King. It makes no sense, and it is just ludicrously overpriced. Alright guys, well I hope you've enjoyed this little review. Let me know in the comments if you have, and please subscribe and all that stuff. Still trying in vain to hit 500 before the end of the year. We don't know, we might make it, getting close. But yeah, this is one of those vehicles that's just really not worth buying. Alright guys, until next time, this is me, Screezilla, out. Bye bye.
I'm here, don't forget I'm here.
But the other thing he just did there is he did light up the rear tyres and get some heat into them. And that's really important. If you can get some heat in those rear tyres, you're just going to get slightly better drive out that restart.
Excellent.
So the pace car is coming in right now.
Excellent pickup, Carl. A little bit of heat gives you that little bit of grip because they cool off while they're just rolling around. So, alright, so pace car's peeling off.
A bit of bounce.
Away we go. Oh!
Away we go.
Did Leah just run up the back of Smith then?
Yeah, actually Leah just ran up the back of Smith, just ran straight into the back, and and Smith's
just gone down the outside.
It's going around. Jason Martin's gone around. Jason Martin has gone around into the back.
And it's
Big huge crash.
Massive
a massive